Okay, so today's video is going to be the life of an EV driver. So if you're going to own an EV that is not a Tesla, I highly recommend that you purchase the NACS CCS adapter. We are going to charge this Cadillac Escalade IQ today at the Tesla supercharger using the supercharger attachment. You cannot go to Tesla supercharger or any of the other places if you do not have this attachment. Okay? If you don't have this attachment, then you have to go to a stage 2 charger, which is really, really slow. Right now we are at 44%. You typically do not want to take your battery down past 20%, and you always want to charge to 80% at least. Okay, so I've attached the Tesla charger or the adapter into the Tesla supercharger. And right here I am at 1D. So when you go on the Tesla app, you have to select your location and then you select the terminal that you are charging at, and you will be able to use the Tesla app. Okay, once you have gone on to Tesla and it actually starts charging, you'll see that the light will turn and flash green. Okay, right now it is telling me to charge to 100%. It will be ready by 10:45 a.m. today. And it will give me, I guess, 368 miles. I don't know what that is down there. Anyway, we're at 215 miles right now at 44%. The current time is 9:15 a.m. So at the Tesla supercharger, to get 100% on this Escalade IQ, which has 2 batteries, which takes longer to charge because of the 2 batteries, it will be ready at 10:45 a.m. When you pick up your Tesla charger adapter, you will get these cards that come within it. It says, "Charging freedom begins with the right connection." There is so much truth in that. If you were to take this Escalade IQ, because it has 2 batteries and it gives you a lot of mileage, which is 460 miles on a full charge, and you do not take it to a fast charging station, okay, you will only get approximately 25 miles. So yesterday I went to a charging station that was a stage 2 charger, and I was charging it for an hour and 44 minutes, and it gave me 25 miles. Okay, so you can see that taking it to the Tesla supercharger is a lot faster. This is why the right connection brings you freedom. If you do not have a charger at your house, and you're planning on using a Tesla charger or something like that, I highly recommend getting that. So this tells you exactly what you have here. And then you also get a step-by-step guide, charging instructions that comes with the actual charger. Okay, so we're going to look at the step-by-step charging instructions for those of you that are curious of what it is like to live the life of an EV driver. All right, so number 1, it says open your vehicle mobile map. So I had to open the Tesla map. If you don't use Tesla, you can use Bling, you can use ChargePoint, there's EV Go, there's all kinds of ones that you can use, but you have to download the app to your phone, you have to put in your credit card, and then when you get to the station that you're at, you log into that app and it charges your card, okay? Whenever you go to the Tesla charger, it's going to be a lot more expensive to charge your vehicle because it's fast charging. So if you want to go the slower route and you have, all night to be able to charge your vehicle, that is an awesome option because it's a lot cheaper, but you just have to be at a place where you can do that. All right, the second thing that it says is attach the charging station, which I showed you earlier how I attached that to the thing, and that's to connect your NACS DC. Okay, the third thing you're going to do is you're going to tap the start charging button in the app. Okay, so when I went to the pump, I had to select 1D on my Tesla Supercharge app and then you know, you give it about 30 seconds to a minute, and then it starts to turn green and it will charge. All right, here's the big thing. Because this takes a long time, okay, it says for you to chill. Take a chill pill, relax, bring you some work, do some computer work, whatever you need to do, browse your phone, because you're going to be here for a while. So you're going to indulge in a hobby, okay? You're going to read a book, or you're going to go for a coffee, okay? Or you can get outside and you can walk and exercise the whole time that you are charging, okay? And then once it's done, you're going to stop. After the charging is complete, you're going to remove the adapter, and an emailed receipt is going to be sent to you from your app, okay? You're going to release it. You're going to take it out, put it back into your storage container in a nice, safe place, right? And that is how you charge an EV. Inside your adapter box, it's going to give you a step-by-step photograph on how to use it. So this is what the fast charger looks like inside the vehicle, okay? You're going to simply attach it. So this end from the Tesla supercharger goes into here, and then the 3-prong area that you see here, okay, is going to fit into the vehicle like you saw on the example that I showed you. Then you're going to select your pump, select your terminal, wait 30 seconds to a minute for the light to turn green, and then you will get some charging. So just to kind of give you an idea, we were at 41%. And now we are at 257 miles, and it still says, okay, so it says that it's going to be ready at 10:55 instead of 10:45. The reason that is because it's absolutely freezing outside. So whenever it's super cold outside, okay, it is going to take the vehicle longer to charge because it has to keep the battery warm, right? So you're spending some of your energy warming up the battery when it's super cold outside. Okay, since the Cadillac Escalade IQ is quite a wide vehicle, I want you to see how it snugly fits in between the two charging stations at Tesla. There isn't a lot of room there, okay? So when you back this thing up, because it is so wide and so massive and so big, make sure that you have a usable backup camera. Okay, so I wanted to show you the difference in the width. When you have an actual Tesla, do you see the massive spans that you have between the cars? That is the difference, okay? So there's not a lot of room to back up. First time I backed up in this thing, I was like, holy crap, this is really tight. So make sure that you're using your backup camera. All right, so I'm going to tell you some things that I absolutely love about this car. Number one, it's beautiful. This color is absolutely beautiful. The wheels are gorgeous, everything about it. I'm going to tell you what I am not fond of. Okay, number one, the running boards do not extend down like they do in the standard Escalade. So if you buy the standard Escalade, you have the running boards that actually come down. So they come down a little bit lower, and to me, they're more comfortable to step on. If I were to buy this vehicle, I would buy it with the 22-inch wheels. These are 24-inch wheels. And they are beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. But those extra 2 inches makes the height for the running board as you step down to be really far. So when I first started driving this vehicle, that step down felt like ginormous. And I really didn't like it. I've since gotten used to it, but it's something to consider if you have kids or if you're short, or if you've got back problems, you know, things like that, because the step down is really far because of the wheels. Now, you can order this vehicle with 22-inch wheels. This is a loaner vehicle, and it has the 24-inch wheels. I personally am not a fan of the 24-inch wheels. The interior on this particular Tesla has what you call the diamond stitch pattern here. It is absolutely beautiful. The quality of the leather is fantastic. It's very, very thick. What I do not like about this is that the stitching, there's a lot of it, right? So it's coarse. So anytime you use thread like this, it has to be heavy thread. So when you are in a pair of shorts, you feel the coarseness. Okay, I don't love that. I love the look. I think it's beautiful. The other thing that I'm not so certain about with all the stitching in this particular model is all the vacuuming you're gonna have to do. So if you have food in here, you're gonna have some crumbs and it's gonna, you know, stain. So for me personally, if I were to buy this vehicle, I would buy it with the standard seats. These are upgraded seats. It is beautiful, no doubt. The other thing that I like, which I didn't think I would like, is the fabric that goes along the edge. So you see that down here, right? It's on the door. My Cadillac Escalade diesel has this, and I have the Whisper beige color, which is really light, and I thought it was gonna be a nightmare to keep clean. It's not. I just wet my microfiber towel damp, and I just rub out whatever has been put on there. I've gotten blue jean stains out of it. I have gotten, you know, whatever mechanic has put in it out of it, and it cleans up actually rather easy, and I really like that feature. The other feature that I really love about the EV is that the acceleration is so smooth and so fast. You can get some really nice acceleration in this thing. It does not have a drag to it at all. The other thing that I love is that the braking system can also, it's very smooth and it slows down really, really nicely, but it doesn't take a lot of effort in the feet. And I like that. So my Cadillac Escalade feels really heavy when I go to slow it down, and that's the only thing that I don't like about it. Other than that, I think it's a great vehicle, and that's a personal preference kind of thing. So while I'm making this video, we are now at 59% at 295 miles charge. I wanted to kind of tell you about some of the differences between my 2024 Escalade diesel versus this EV that is a loaner right now. In the 2024 diesel version, you have buttons that go along here, as well as the ability to do a touchscreen. Okay, I absolutely love that feature. I don't know why Cadillac got away from it, but the new thing are the touch pads here. So everything that you do while you're driving has to be on the touchpad. Now, some people like that. Again, that's a personal preference, you know, but for me, I like hands-on buttons because while I'm driving, you kind of know where you need to go and just press that button versus you have to look down when you have an iPad, right? Now, you do have these buttons that are on your steering wheel, which, you know, is nice. So you can do this, right? You just got to get to know them. One of the features that I really like on this particular vehicle is this. So on the very back of this, there is a little ledge so that if I want to just click up and down, I can run my windshield wipers and things like that. And I know that sounds crazy, but that is a feature I absolutely love. This feature over here is your reverse, park, and drive. So if you want to press the button here, you can put it in park, and you lift it up, it goes reverse, and then you go down this way, and it goes into drive. So the last thing I'm going to share with you about EV life when you have an EV is the AC and heating system. So whenever you use the heat in the vehicle, it is going to run down your percentage a lot faster. If you have a lot of blasting air throughout your cabin, it's going to run it down as well. Okay, so over here we have heating and cooling that you can do on your seats. If you're ever in a pinch and you need those extra miles, I would highly suggest turning off your AC and heating system and using your seats to give you the comfort level that you need. I don't find the heat that comes from this to be what I would call super hot. It definitely makes it comfortable. I personally, this is again a personal preference, I love heat. So when I get in vehicles, I want my feet to be so super toasty and hot. My husband does not, so he would love this. For me, I would like to have a little bit more heat come from this when it's in the wintertime. Again, that's a personal preference, but these are things that you would need to know if you're planning on purchasing an EV. I will tell you that I have mixed feelings about the EV. I like it for daily driving because if I had a charging point at my house that I can plug it in and charge up to the 80% overnight, I don't have to go to a gas station. I don't have to get an oil change. It has limited moving parts in it. I think EVs typically have about 20 moving parts in your vehicle versus a standard gasoline or diesel engine has over 1,000. So there's a lot less things to break down in a vehicle like this. The only issue is the charging issue. So when you're going around, I highly recommend buying the fast charger. They are expensive at $275, but you definitely are going to need that if you're going to be traveling in a vehicle like this. You are also going to have to plan your trips according to your charging. So if you're planning on making some long trips, definitely map it out before you make your trip so that you know where you need to go. Buc-ee's typically has fast charging, so if you're traveling down the highways, Buc-ee's are all over the United States of America. So it's not that it's hard to find a place, but if you're out in the middle of nowhere, like you're in the mountains and things like that, well, I don't know. I can't help you there. You would definitely need to map that out. But for city driving, fantastic. I absolutely love it. I love the fact that if I had a charger at my house and I could, charge this overnight, I would definitely like that feature because then I don't have to go to the gas station. But as a loaner car, it makes it a little bit cumbersome because I have to drive 45 minutes just to find a fast charger because I don't have charging stations where I live. And so that is very inconvenient for me as a loaner vehicle. So these are things to consider if you decide you want to purchase an EV. Overall, I recommend this car. There are things about it I don't like. I feel the road a little bit more in this than I do in my diesel. Actually, my diesel rides a lot. You feel the road. You don't feel the road. Honestly, you don't feel the road in my diesel Escalade. In this particular EV, it's a different model, right? It's the Escalade IQ. You do feel the road a little bit. It's not terrible, it's better than most cars, right? But it's not quite as smooth as the gas or the diesel engines. So that is going to conclude my video. Here we are showing now that it's saying 10:50 a.m. instead of 10:55. And again, that is because it is starting to warm up outside and the battery is getting warmer. So we will see how long it ends up taking it to charge to 100%. It is recommended if you're if you're having an EV at your house to charge up to 80% on a regular basis and not to go under 20. So if you have a charger at your house, this can be very convenient. This concludes my video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something. Have an awesome day.